right now, we're talking tech with Brooke Jameson and Mike Chambers. Let's kick things off with an introduction. Brooke and Mike, tell us a little bit about your background and your roles. Maybe we'll start with Brooke.
Sure. Thanks, Dean. I'm Head of Enablement for AI, Machine Learning and Data at Blackbook AI, which is an AWS partner. And I'm also an AWS Community Builder for Machine Learning. I studied mathematics at university originally, but I've had a wild career journey across startups, e-commerce, user experience, strategy, and analytics before coming back to a more mathematical and technically heavy field like artificial intelligence and machine learning. Your turn, Mike.
Thank you very much. Yes, hello, Dean. Thank you. So my name is Mike. I'm an independent trainer, so I put courses together to help people learn about machine learning and AWS, things like that. I was a pretty early adopter of AWS, actually, so I think I created my first S3 bucket in 2009, which makes me feel really quite old. So yeah, that's me. I put videos up on YouTube and LinkedIn and things like that. That's how I'm part of the community.
Do you still have that S3 bucket, Mike?
I think I might do, actually, yeah.
That's awesome. Hold on to that one.
Yeah, I have to wrap it up as an NFT or something.
Yeah, maybe. And we're really privileged to have such experts in the machine learning space on the panel here. So I've really got to ask both of you while we have you here. Now, you could say machine learning is actually the new normal. And what would you say would be the hot thing in the machine learning space at the moment, Mike?
I think for me, it's the democratization, I got the word out, of machine learning. Like it's putting the power of machine learning in the hands of ordinary business users and of everybody inside of the organization. So looking at things like the low-code solutions like Canvas, for example, that got launched at reInvent, and also looking for the keynote this morning, highlighting a lot of those services that are in that artificial intelligence layer. So you can just use those services at the API level to unlock the power of the data you have inside of your organization. That's what I think is really exciting at the moment.
All right. Brooke?
For me, it's all about models in production. So lots of initial products, services, and features on the market were initially very proof of concept driven, but widespread digital transformation has led to an increase in digital maturity right across the market. So I'm having more MLOps conversations than ever before, and it's really exciting that the industry is reaching this new phase with all of the new services that are now possible.
Okay. MLOps, I think I've heard of that before, machine learning operations. I believe that's the practice of streamlining the machine learning lifecycle for anyone who needed a refresher. So maybe with Brooke, what should practitioners in the field look out for?
Yeah, there's a definite split in podcasts and articles about artificial intelligence and machine learning. Some are for technical practitioners and others are really targeted towards non-technical business leaders. And I always encourage both groups to listen to each other's content more. It's so helpful to understand how both groups are approaching similar underlying points. And this is especially helpful if you're working as part of a large enterprise, which has lots of people in both groups that need to come together to make strategic decisions.
And what about you, Mike?
Yeah, so I think I'd just like to echo everything that Brooke just said, but never let it be said that I wouldn't also have something to say on the matter as well. I think that, like I said before, it's about democratization of machine learning. A part of that is unlocking that business value. And what I would like to really call out upon is anybody who's knows about machine learning is that they should reach out to other people in their organization and actually demystify it and talk about what it can do and also maybe what it can't do, because it looks like magic, but it isn't really magic. So for those who are deep into the tech, maybe just look up from your notebook every now and again and reach out to the rest of the business.
Now, don't look out from your notebooks right now, viewers, of course, whilst you're watching this, but it's kind of like cloud computing in the initial early days where it was seen as this magic place where these things would happen, but obviously there are certain best practices and boundaries around it, and the same with machine learning as well. Brooke, Mike, thanks a lot for the insights here. It's been really informative. Always a pleasure.
Thanks, Dean.
Now, we've actually got some great comments from our audience today, and please keep that interaction and engagement continuing, whether you have questions or just general feedback or just want to say hello. And so some of the comments we've actually seen come through is we've got a comment that's really awesome to see live. So exciting. Thank you for sharing today. Another comment is, oh, this one is from the diversity, equity and inclusion session. They've said, loving this all, the imposter syndrome effect is something I have gone deeper on. Yeah. Learning there are multiple ways to deal with it, its impacts and why.
Beautiful. Before we go, though, I think we actually have some questions, right? Dina, maybe you can help with the first one. I always love throwing to you for these questions.
That's what I'm here for.
Okay, let's see how you do. Are you ready?
Yep.
So, are there any security sessions, like deep dive sessions? We know you love L400 that you would recommend.
Yep. Well, Tiffany, do I have some references for you?
Yay!
So absolutely. As you know, Tiffany, security is our top priority at AWS, and we do have a wide range of security sessions, both at the beginner level, but of course the deep dive level as well, to cater for different audiences. And so we actually do have several 400, that's the expert level sessions. And one that really stuck out for me and generated a lot of interest based on the customer engagements and conversations I'm having is actually a session on application identity with a service called Amazon Cognito. And so in that session, Andrew Hooker, one of our senior solutions architects, will actually share how to implement secure applications using OAuth 2 and OpenID protocols. I'd really encourage maybe yourself, Tiffany, definitely members and viewers out in the audience to look at attending this one if you want to really go deep on authentication and authorization. But of course, as always, you can use the search function in the left-hand navigation to actually search for specific advanced level and expert level sessions if you're really looking to go deep.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Thank you. Okay, everyone, that's a wrap for day one of the AWS Summit from across Australia and New Zealand. We'll see you back here tomorrow for more special guests, breakout deep dives, demo insights, and of course, we've all been looking for, drum roll, the AWS Deep Racer finale. We'll also hear from the developer community to connect, collaborate, and learn more about AWS.
And of course, not to forget the Up Late show tomorrow night with our Twitch stars, Dev's in the Shed, and she builds tech skills. Thanks for joining us for day one of the AWS Summit.
Dean and I are back again tomorrow for day two. See you then.